Real quick also. Or is it when I hit escape? Yeah. So with the Engi cruiser have 3 drones functioning at the same time. That's a bummer. I really wish I had read that before we just sold our drone. With the Engi cruiser destroy an enemy ship using only drones with no weapons. We're probably too late in the game for that one. Have 4 enemy systems or subsystems ioned at the same time while using the Engi cruiser. That we probably can do. I should have checked all that earlier in the run. Let us next sector it. An uncharted nebula or back into the rebel controlled area. I think I'm kind of over nebulas for this run. Our combat systems seem to be working pretty good, so I'd rather trust our combat. This sector was bustling with activity just a few years ago. Now more than half of the jump beacons have been destroyed. All right, well, we're not going to do anything at a store with only 3 scrap, so... You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Great, I was worried no one would respond. My usual carrier is days late. I need you to deliver this cargo of drone parts to a small station a few jumps from here. We can't afford to pay another carrier, but surely they will tip you generously. Accept. Great, I uploaded their location to your star map. So here's the deal. You've given me 5 drone parts, which is a real-time scrap value of 40 scrap, and also critical to my combat strategy. I'm on a very important undercover mission. We might deliver your drone parts, but they might just wind up being a donation to the cause. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. We will absolutely attack it to get at the goodies. You don't have a cloak, so this is just going to be a fight straight up. Let's field just 1 drone to start if we can get away with it. He's got a lot of weapons. We need weapons down quick. I need shields down here, please. I just shot my shot too early there. We just blasted a heavy laser into their shields. There we go. Let's see if I can get that ion achievement here. Nope, my ions fade too quick. Oh, and I'm also taking new incoming damage because I was screwing around. They've only got 1 hull point left though. There we go, that was pretty clean. Ooh, 43 scrap, you say? The station was either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems to have lain unused for quite some time. You find nothing useful. Well, look, we might have found nothing useful, but the 43 scrap I'll take. Do I backtrack? We would wind up destined to repeat a jump. I think we do. 46 scraps, like just enough to make a shot potentially worthwhile. What do we got? Allows crew bomb teleportation and mind control to work through super shields. Scrap recovery arm, fire suppression. All of those would be pretty nice, but I don't really have anything I want to sell to get at them. Johnny Maloney is the coolest Mantis name I've ever heard. I think we're unfortunately just kind of in a position to not really have what we need to buy anything. I am going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to buy 4 fuel, just because that's getting a little lower than I'd like to see. And then we have to make this jump because it's the only thing that's taking us in the correct direction. This is rehashed ground, so we can just jump again. You receive a hail from a station orbiting a nearby planet. Captain, we are Federation Terraforming Team C12 and are in need of assistance. Do you have some time? We can help. Thank you. We need to scan this planet for life before we can begin terraforming, but our sensors can't get the necessary power to scan through this atmosphere. We've got a schedule to keep. Any chance you can help? Yeah, that's what my boy Scoops is here for. After a complete scan of the planet, you find no life. The team is grateful and ready to get to work. The station scientists have a unique talent for their life support units. and offer to upgrade your oxygen system as thanks. I mean, cool. Thank you, but it's not my most useful system. I guess it does help us. I do tend to turn off oxygen when I'm trying to like smoke out boarding crews. Let's go straight to the distress beacon here. You follow the distress beacon to a tiny asteroid belt. You find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. Hail them to offer assistance. Help, our shields are down. We won't last long. Let's shield them with our ship. You try your best, but one stray rock hits a key structure in their ship. It breaks apart in front of your eyes. You salvage what you can before leaving and try not to think of the lost crew. That's sad. I think I would just as soon 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and that puts us in a position where we can kind of think about doing this quest. Well, let's not even try and risk it. Let's do 2 and then get to the quest. I think we are going to fulfill the quest. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage you in your ship. Too bad, son. This is a war. Demand the surrender of their goods. You prepare to secure their cargo by force. Looks like they don't want to fight. They're trying to escape. Listen, I wasn't going to fight you, but I have been assaulted and ambushed by several of your shipmates, of your rebel crewmates. So let's do a little dance here. We got 2 of them. Get our mantis in the thick of things. We need their shield down. There we go. Tirico, I need you on deck here. We might not need you, actually. Oh, man, get housed. I did not like that missile. Man, that took almost 2/3 of Scoop's health away in one shot. Keep that weapon system completely offline, please. Did they send more intruders? Oh, sweet. I got the achievement for having 4 systems ionized at once. The ion bomb 60 scrap. I love it. All right. I'm going to do the old do-si-do here. VV, you're a lover, not a fighter. We're going to move you out of there and send in Lana. Lana! There we go. These poor guys, I feel bad, right? Like, I don't feel bad. They deserve it. These rebels have fought a dirty war, from everything I can understand from the lore. But, like, those guys get sent over in an attempt to have our team, like, knocked out. And in the process, they suddenly, like, their ship and their crewmates are destroyed and they're left without anywhere to go back to. These ion bombs, we do have 31 missiles stockpiled. So I think we are going to use those, at least for a bit. We'll see if maybe there's a, we'll see if perhaps there is an increased need for them on another spot on the ship. Like if we can sell them to get something else. What changed that I can't field both my combat drones? Is it because we have 2 points into oxygen? That's exactly why it is. All right, everyone's where they're supposed to be. 1, 2, 3. I think we're okay to get out to the quest and then back to the gate. A rebel captain appears on the screen. I thought we had been doomed to backwater assignments. Oh, these are the assholes that think that I'm like easy pickings. They have quite a bit of shield, so this would actually be like a wonderful time to try this ion bomb. Let's see how this works. We do have intruders. We need VV to go to the engines while we have Lana doing work as an assault. What's going on? Oof. Do not like that ion storm, so we are gonna go ahead and field a second drone just to try and get through this. Yikes. What is more intruders? Is that what I just heard? Oh, the ion systems suck so bad. All right, we need you guys to go heal and bring the med bay back online. Yikes. It's always once we start running into these people that use the beam weapons that I just get housed. 4 fuel, 6 missiles, 23 scrap. Hell no. We're gonna take you to task, young man. Damn well near blew up my ship. I guess the big issue is fighting them in the ion storm next to the pulsar. I think the shields would have held without that. Ship explodes, so 3 fuel, 1 drone, and 37 scrap. Oh boy. All right, so we got some stuff to remedy here. I think it's just the door systems that really need to be fixed. Yeah. All right, everyone back to your stations, please. Is everyone all healed up? We are. Let's get everything back in line. Perfect. All right, let's go complete our quests. Oh, the quest node can't jump back to the exit. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. We can't do it. We're gonna have to just keep the drone parts. Sorry guys. I know you trusted me. There are a number of privately owned ship construction platforms in the area. You find one that has a slot open for some immediate work. Inquire about their specialty. They offer to upgrade your sensor subsystem in exchange for some scrap. For 10 scrap? Sure. Okay. I mean, I'm not upset by that. What do upgraded sensors do? Now we can see the interior of their ship. Yeah, for 10 scrap, why not? I wish that you guys had someone who was doing hull repair, though, if I'm honest. Next sector, please. Yet another rebel. We have gone like straight through the heart of rebel controlled space for this entire run. At one point, this was one of the most commonly traveled sectors. Maybe that's the issue, that we just we don't know enough of the space lanes, so we're just taking the routes we used to take when the Federation was still in power. A distress beacon with such little hull is not something that I'm super pumped about. We might still wind up over there, but I'd like to see if a couple nodes might unveil like an available store. Your sensors warn of an incoming rebel ship at the same time as you hear the telltale signs of a teleporter. You hear someone taunt from within the ship. Ready to die? I sure am ready to get a promotion. All right, so we have intruders. Let's get the ions set up on the shields. Let's go ahead and field both combat drones. Oh, you fools. You warped in to fight my mantis. You've fallen for one of the classic blunders. All right. We are not going to be able to have... We need shields offline. Just going to throw the heavy laser into the mix just to try and get those shields to come down. Scoops, I need you to back out so that you're not going to die. Lana's taking an ass whipping, but we have the upper hand now in that fight. What happened? O2's down, hull's down. Let's try and get their weapons offline. We are going to beat the intruders. Okay, beautiful. Wait, did Scoops die? Son of a bitch, Scoops is dead. That sucks. All right, we need the hull breach and we need the O2 section repaired. Take everything we have and let's forget this happened. Absolutely not. You motherfuckers killed Scoops. We will not stand for it. A missile, a drone, and 39 scrap. Not really a fair trade, if you ask me. Scoops was, well, he was. Why is that not oh, because there's no power to oxygen. Scoops was more than an O2 technician. He was my friend. He was also a critical component of our energy stores. And now my current math doesn't work until we've spent 30 scrap for an extra power bar. Rip, Scoops. You'll be missed. All right. Everyone back to your stations. Vivi, you are now our O2 monitor. You're still in a position to swing down and cover for Lana if we need Lana to go somewhere too. Another distress beacon. Not great though. We really need a shop. We are we're hurting on hull. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of that hull drone now. Federation scum, we've waited a long time for this. I bet you have. I don't think we can really be stingy on the combat drone usage right now, because until the hull's in better shape, we have to try and win our fights pretty quickly. So let's just kind of go at it. Our shields are holding, for now at least. No real funny stuff on this one, fortunately. Oh no, that debris just hit hard. What the hell did that? They're desperately trying to put out some fires. No, we don't take surrender around here, my friends. If you had been like, hey, we surrender, we'll come fix 6 of your hull points, that might have worked. We're sitting on 202 scrap. 180. And then we would, we need, not quite. I would love to invest more in shields. Oh, we're gonna have to wind up. I either have to choose to go through the nebula or go through a distress beacon and hope we find a shop down on this southern row. I think we're gonna go to the distress beacon. We only have 3 fuel, I just noticed as well. You follow the distress beacon to a tiny asteroid belt. You find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. Look, I can't risk my ship. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. A store. We've done it. You arrive at a small space station that is putting out wideband broadcast on black market channels. You doubt they would turn away any business regardless of allegiances. All right, so fix the whole damn hull. I know it's expensive. I don't care. Hull Smasher Laser, a powerful laser designed to maximize hull damage. Oh, hull weapons deal double damage if they hit a room that does not have a system or a subsystem. Interesting. So you could use them to knock out. Required power is 2. But it does do 2 shots every time it charges. I'm trying to think of the math on this. So 14 seconds is considerably longer than what we're using right now with the standard blaster. Laser charger can charge 2 times, giving it an additional projectile. So we could have this guy fired up and just not fire it. It's another 2 power system though. So unfortunately, the ion blast makes that a little difficult. Defense scrambler prevents enemy defense drones from targeting anything. Reconstructive teleport, crew gets fully healed by teleportation. I mean, a crew teleporter doesn't sound terrible because we can start sending our guys over as boarding crews, but it seems a little late in the game to be dramatically changing our strategy like that. 27 for the ion bomb. Man, I'd enjoy one of these lasers, but it just changes up our math on our power supply so much. Here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna definitely buy all 4 of their fuel. And I think that's it for now. And hope that we come across a better shop. You find a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon, so we can attempt to download its data stores or just get scrap for it. Well, I mean, what would we get from it, right? Okay, so it's got weapons, it's got cloaking, 3 shield pips. I think I'm just gonna take the scrap. Because, like, what would it give us? A map of the sector? We're halfway through it. You arrive in the sector and are greeted by a science vessel waiting by the beacon. They hail you. We find ourselves low on fuel. 3 fuel for 2 drones when I only have 4 fuel? Yeah, I don't think so. Peace, guys. The fuel situation's getting a little dicey. The rebel captain appears on the screen. I thought we had been doomed to backwater assignments. So if he offers to yield, I think we're going to have to take it because we'll get more fuel that way. Let's try and only field 1 drone if possible. They are going to teleport. That's fine. We will let them. Be ready for devastation, friends. We coming. Oh god, it's another pulsar. I didn't even notice it. No, don't pulsar my freaking shields. All right, they're gone. You guys go heal up real quick and then get back to your stations, please. That's not great. They have a hull breach in their shielding area. God damn. Yeah, that's fine. I want to be done fighting you. I'll take your offer. I will take the extra fuel. And we will call it a day, friends. All right. Hopefully before the next ion pulse we can get everything resituated. We can't, so we're just gonna jump. You arrive in an asteroid belt to discover that a rebel automated scout has been stationed here. Prepare for a fight. Let's go ahead. Shields are still ionized, so we're actually in kind of a bad spot here. We need shields to be back up quickly. Okay, they're not going to be charged though, which sucks. Let's get shields offline, and I'd like weapons offline too, please. I just realized how quickly we are firing weapons now that Mikashu has maxed his weapon proficiency. That is outrageous. One fuel, 1 missile, 53 scrap. Hey, Rock's Tomb, how are ya? Let's get these engines fixed so we can jump, please. My God, stop battering my shields. All right, engines back online. We need the oxygen fixed, and then we're gonna jump. Come on, you guys can do it. This looks like a cute but very logical game. It seems like it. The cuteness factor I would agree with. I love that they went with like the retro kind of pixel art graphics. The logical side of it is debatable because there's a lot of RNG coin flips. There's some decisions that I think sound very logical that wind up being as illogical as they can be. You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect faint life signatures on board. Ooh, do we risk losing someone? Board the station and look for survivors. We've done it. Human corpses are scattered across the station. You find the source of the signal, a lone survivor that locked themselves in a storage closet. You quickly retreat with them in tow to the ship and hope they can recover enough to be of some use. Welcome aboard, Declan. RNG, my favorite. Yo, listen, this is absolutely the kind of RNG coin flip style game that you can hang your hat on. This is from, I don't know if you're familiar with it, Roxtomb. This is from the guys who made Into the Breach, which is their more recent title. But it's got a similar kind of, it's a roguelite, but it doesn't move super fast. Like every run is pretty long. All right, so we still have 4 pips. We have 243 scrap to play around with. I'm thinking it is time to just commit to full shields. Let's do it. Let's just shield it. Who's working shields right now? Jill? Jill's almost a master shieldsmith. I think the move is this, and this might be crazy. Shields are so critical. I think we're going to put Declan in for the absolutely fastest shield recharging we can get right now. And instead of Jill chilling in sensors or in another random spot in the ship, we're just going to have Jill stand by so that if shields get damaged, we have 2 people immediately ready to start repairing it. Into the Breach is very sick. I think Into the Breach is a ton of fun. All right. I'd still love some more shielding or some more fuel. Hey, Mr. Colospul. Thank you for following. Let's see. So the Slug Home Nebula, or I mean Engi Homeworlds, right? This has been the Engi run. I think we got to go Engi Homeworlds on this. Let's see what we can get. You have arrived in Engi space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times for these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. All right, what do we need? We need fuel. We need drone parts. We have no scrap because I just spent it all. Let's see if we can get some scrap in an early jump here. The shield overcharger. You find an abandoned mining station on a nearby moon. A quick scan shows no life forms. However, you discover a usable drone schematic. Creates a single super shield barrier periodically. Interesting. Interesting. 3 points though. So we could put another slot into our drone bay and field a combat and a shield. But honestly, with a fully maxed out shield, like a standard shield now, I don't know how much utility there is in that. It'd be nice, right, for the simple fact of like maxing out drones would let us get the achievement for the Engi ship of having 3 drones in space. But I think this shield is probably actually more useful being sold at the store to turn into something tangible like hull repairs. I think that's the play. We need fuel. The hull is at under half. I think that shield's just getting sold here. Oh, they sell it. Look at that. Yeah, 30. It's not even going to get me enough. I think the ion bomb gets sold too then maybe. Because I mean, I'd love to at least be able to get everything healed up. Anti-ship fire drone, combat drone. We don't need more crew. I mean, the charge lasers and stuff are nice, but again, I'm kind of at the edge of what I can afford just from a power standpoint. I'm going to buy out their fuel. Let's buy out their drone parts and heal as much as we can. And you know what? I am going to sell the ion bomb to heal up some more. We're too far into the end game for me to dramatically change how we're loading out for fights. After a short time, you receive a message. Hello, I hope it's not a bother, but I'm looking for an escort to a nearby system. This region is quite dangerous and our ship is not well armed. I mean, I want the fuel, so we'll take it, but is your quest going to take me out of where I want to go? Because that's no bueno. We can go take a look at the store just because it's a convenient jump node, but we don't really have anything we can do here. Can you replace Scoops, or is that crew spot gone now? So we did replace Scoops. He died. We're at the maximum amount of crew we can field. If we hadn't lost Scoops, when we get a chance to add someone to the crew, you can opt to have certain people leave. So like, you always do have full control over your crew manifest. You can have some people go and switch around, because often it is very beneficial to have like a mixture of the different species from the game on board your ship. A message arrives. Your scrap, ours. Our weapons, for you. You're just about to raise the shields when you realize it's just an Engi trader looking to trade. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I mean, nothing here that's too enticing to begin with, if I'm honest, so that's fine. Let's go to the distress beacon, hit the quest beacon. A ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is giving off the distress call. Shall we investigate? It could be dangerous. Let's take a look. Not ideal. You find what appears to be pieces of a derelict ship coated with ice or crystal. Before you have a chance to dock, a few asteroids get past your shields and partially damage your engines. You'll have to pull out. Well, that sucks. All right. I mean, ultimately not that terrible. I bet you we're gonna have to fight when we get to this quest node. Shortly after you arrive, the ship you were escorting jumps nearby. They thank you for your help and reward you for your work. Okay, look, 75 scrap. I'll take it. 3 fuel, 1 missile, 75 scrap. Can I get back to that store and repair? I think I can. Because we're about to make it to Federation HQ. And I'd like to be at full capacity. Let's try it. We can at least make this jump and make a decision from here. You find a Mantis ship harrying a small squad of Engi. They make it to the node and jump off, leaving you toe-to-toe with their pursuer. A Mantis aggressor. This thing looks freaking beastly. Sure. Let's do this. You guys want to rumble? We were able to fire the guns so fast that time because of the state of the map. It wasn't just because of Mikashu. All right, we need to be a little careful here. Vivi is getting his ass beat. So we need Trico to sub in. These Mantis boarding parties are savage. Okay, cool. They dipped about as quickly as they could. Weapon systems are ionized. That's not ideal. I do think we're gonna be okay here though. Those combat drones did work. Everyone back to your stations, please. They set off another ion bomb, but it didn't hit anything. Oh, get messed up. 1 missile, 1 drone, 58 scrap. Typical of Vivi. Yeah, look, I've said it before earlier in the run. Vivi's a lover, not a fighter. I don't expect him to go toe to toe with some of these guys. All right. So now it is a much different trip back here now that we have 135 scrap. Anti-personnel drone, combat drone, defense drone. I mean, hell, a 3rd combat drone. That'd be kind of fun, but we'd need to dump a ton of power in. Defense drone. Yeah, so drone parts I don't think are anything that can help us. Healing burst. Self-teleporting healing unit that instantly heals all friendly crew in the room, can target your own ship. That's kind of rad. So that gives us like a healing missile. Hull missile, a high hull damage plus a decent breach chance. Requires a missile, which we have a ton of. Normal. I might buy this. because we have all these missiles that we could just basically like spam this hull missile. Let's fix all of our hull damage. I don't know how much fuel we actually need. I am gonna buy this hull missile. Yeah. I think this is the move. All right. Let's make a beeline. Let's make the jump to Federation HQ. You arrived at the long-range beacon. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not want to engage you in your ship. Well, I want to engage it, so how about that? They don't want to fight. They're trying to escape. Well, that's fine. You can try to escape all you want. I don't know how much I want to use. Well, let's try this. Hang on a tick. Let's try our newly acquired hull missiles. Boarding party, you dolts. Don't you know that we crew the ship with the Bash brothers? What did they just launch? God, that thing's ferocious. Yeah, there you go. That hull missile doing work. I do not like that scrap gun. I don't know what the hell that thing is. It doesn't help that I took someone off the shields. Okay, with the engine down, let's switch over and have the shields get attacked by the missile here, because if we can bring the shields down, the heavy lasers should be able to keep things pretty well sedated. I don't like their burst shot. Did they send another boarding party? What are you guys thinking? You're not gonna have anyone left on your ship to fix it. There is a tactic in this to like kill their guys instead of their ship, because you get way more scrap. I just have not really had an opportunity to do so. Man, they got that freaking engine fixed and we're like, no, we're out, dog. We gotta go. Next sector, the last stand. So to put it in context, I know the graphic I have on my chat section, it talks at length about how I played a ton of this way back in 2012 and I never actually beat it. I've made it to the last stand a handful of times. This is not uncharted territory for me, but it's obviously the first time we've made it all the way here since we started playing it here on the channel. Hopefully this will be the run. Let's see what we got. The last stand. Federation base in range. You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" We explain our mission. Your explanation is met with murmurs and cynicism and disbelief among the officers. General Turzil of the Engi Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. Explain the weaknesses of the enemy fleet. The rebel flagship. Tully responds, "It's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and the other repair stations can provide aid as well. Good luck." 10 scrap and 1 hull point repaired. So this final sector functions fundamentally different than the rest of the game had. The flagship will destroy the Federation base if it spends 3 consecutive turns there. That's the rebel flagship. Which is the actual base? I don't remember. The red rotating flagship icon indicates its position. When the jump line from the ship is solid, it will jump to the indicated beacon on that turn. Repair stations partially repair for free. Ah, it is the one that says base. Thank you, Vivi. I skimmed over it thinking that they all said repair. All right, so we want to kind of like preemptively imagine where it's going to be, but ideally you want to get there in pretty good shape. That's Captain Vivi. You're not the captain. I guess you kind of are, because you were second in command You're just choosing to not also be the pilot? You are Captain Vivi. It would be just my luck that I finally beat this game with Vivi as the captain of the ship that did it. They partially repair for free. We're gonna jump to this one. I don't think this takes off the repair. Gotta throw it now. We will not be throwing. This whole run is in memory of the brave Captain Julie Fish. There is a mobile ship construct platform stationed at this beacon. After a brief exchange, they give you clearance to receive emergency repairs and military supplies. So they gave us 5 fuel, 4 bombs, drones. We got a bunch of scrap. What is the best use of our scrap? I don't like, we're not going to be in a position to put more points into weaponry, really, are we? Maybe more points into engines, but we're not, I mean, we're not going to be able to afford the power it would take. I'd love to get some more dodge chance, but it's just not super feasible. All right, so it's jumping here. Unfortunately, the easiest spot for us to intersect with this thing just turned into a rebel beacon. A rebel ship has been patrolling this region. As soon as you arrive, it begins its assault. All right. They gave us plenty of drones. Let's not skimp on the drones here. They don't have a teleport, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. Let's see if the ions and the drones can get us a clean shot on the weapons, maybe. Our shields are holding. Oh, they've got one of those freaking scatter guns. That's the one issue I think we're really going to run into here in these final fights, is like, we've kind of had a strategy that's been working, but we're still doing it all with very simple weaponry on this run. I want this O2 fixed. Shot on weapons is huge. Keep the ions keeping their shields down. Our O2 is completely down at this point, but the drones are still firing. Our oxygen's repaired. Okay. Yeah, they're scrambling now. Fuel, scrap. I mean, I think I'd rather have the scrap at this point, because we might be able to get like a late game upgrade to the engines or something. And this is called the last stand, right? Final stand is the name of the zone. We're just gonna go hard. 57 scrap. Okay, so let's see. We would need, it's like 50 points to get another 5% dodge. I mean, I think that's worth. Why not? 35% evasion. I mean, anything we can do to not get additional. Yeah, okay, so we lose. If we're gonna lose our chance at getting these repairs and just the bonus stuff they provide, we might as well hit them on our way over. 2 hull points repaired, some more scrap, more drone parts. It's on its way to the base, so we do have to be careful about that. It's on its way to this node, which sucks. I mean, we might just wind up meeting it at the base. Rebel ship approaches cautiously. Personally, says the captain, I'd have stuck with the Federation, but I'm a soldier, sir, and I'm no use without a war to fight. Raise your shields. I mean, it's kind of nice that you're a gentlemanly combatant, but like, that is a terrible philosophy, my guy. They're gonna dick around with my drones, unfortunately. Instead of the heavy laser just sitting, we might as well at least field it so that we can have a chance at bringing their weapons offline a little quicker. They've got a beam drone and one of those scattery guns, so we gotta hope our shields hold. 2 shots there. Come on, we need some drone hits. Big drone hits. Here we go. On weapon systems, please. Oh, one of our drones is down. Well, we're not going to skimp on drone parts here. Let's field everything we got. These guys are ferocious. I think I'm just going to jump. Peace, nerds. I'm not just going to sit here and waste resources on you. You arrive near the Federation base to find the bulk of their fleet skirmishing with rebel forces. You hang back near the far side of the moon to avoid the conflict. There's not much you can do to help in the battle, and your mission holds the key to turn the tide of the war. You prepare to face the flagship. Oh, so we can't dilly-dally to get there. We wind up kind of being in a situation where we've got to intercept it. Destroys the base if it spends 3 consecutive turns there. So we can just wait for it here because it's on its way. We have 74 scrap. I do wish we had wound up being able to repair and be here at full health. I mean, I feel like dodge when piloted. Upgrading adds autopilot that allows some evasion even without a pilot. Yeah, we're gonna have a pilot on it, so that's irrelevant. So I guess let's just put another point into, well, no, because that we would have had to have done that before we started putting points into the engines. So we're just gonna have to stick with engines. So we're up to 40% evasion, and we're gonna wait right here. Let's do, oh my freaking god, I forgot how big it is. This is it, the Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There's no turning back. Here we go. They got tons of weapon systems. 1 centralized shielding station. They do have cloaking. A hacking system, which is gonna suck. We're gonna want that offline. We might open up, instead of with the ion blaster, we might open up with the hull missile to try and knock some critical spots offline. Let's get the combat drones out there nice and early. Of course you would put your freaking hack on my pilot. We have no evasion. We're sitting ducks. So we're gonna put the hull missile on the hack to try and knock that down. That sucks. I would have really loved to be able to put this first shot on their shields instead. All right, it's not an active hack at the moment, so we do get a little bit of evasion back. Oh, it's offline though. I need you to bomb all the way from the back of the ship to go help fix in the cockpit, please. Hack has got a shot off on it. Now I need the shields to take a hit, please. Once the shields are down, I think we switch back over to the ion and try and kind of bounce the ion around different systems. Because if you're just gonna stand there while the shields are down, oh my freaking word. All right, Jill, go help with hull breaches. Hull laser is still targeting. Drones are still up. They're shooting ions like crazy. They got so much firepower. This is brutal. Their shields took some damage, but it's not enough. We need them down. They got so many missiles. The cloak is killing me. All right, this gives us a chance to at least get some of our repairs back online. We need the helm to come back up. More missiles like crazy. Our shields are hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Trico, if you could go fight a fire for me, that would be ideal. Jill, I need you to bring O2 back online. We're at half health. We're just trying to get that shield cracked, and then we can start doing work on some other systems. Oh, man. Oh, doors are jammed up. Trico, continue to help. We need drones back online so we can field the second drone, please. This is not looking great. I need a clean shot on that freaking shield core. Oof, oof. That's so brutal. This is what I was talking about, where it's, you know, the big bummer is that we did this all with very basic weaponry, is that once we wound up with an opponent... Why is this all unoxygenated? Is there a hull breach I didn't realize? VV, go help with oxygen. I need you to help with this so weapons can come back online. We're not going to make it much longer here, team. We need this to land. Who is almost dead? Lana? Why is there no oxygen in here, Lana? No. Almost, team. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. Well, far and away, our best run. Finally made it to the last stand on the new save file. Our highest score of the return. Session records, 33 ships defeated, 88 beacons explored, 1,300 scrap, 10 crew hired. Most repair goes to Vivi. 26 repairs out of Vivi. That is now a record for our entire time running. Most piloted evasions was Randy Walker, and Vivi now holds the record for most jumps survived with an 87 jump survival. It's going to be a tough one to beat because we did a lot of jumping.